Let's take a look at destructuring arrays and objects. And this is modern JavaScript. You're going to see this a lot. So let's say we have some sort of array, and let's call it months. We could say const months is equal to January, February, and let's not go in order. Let's also say December for no particular reason whatsoever. Now let's say we just wanted to get the first two. What we could say here is const, and this is destructuring. So we're going to set two variables to be the first two in here. So we could say const Jan Feb is equal to months. And all this is going to do is pull out that first one and that second one. And then we can console.log Jan and Feb at the same time. Let's go ahead, go to our browser. I just saved that page and refresh. And we're going to see January, February. And it didn't pull out December. And months still exists. So we could do console.log and just type in months. And we can see January, February, December still exist in this array, but we pulled out January and February. That is how we destructure an array. So I'm going to leave this in here with the comment destructuring an array. I have no idea if I spelled that right. Nor do I care. Let's talk about destructuring an object. Now this one is a little more picky. So let's say we have a const of person 3. And this is an object. So we've got name, Caleb, and Instagram at coding.for.everybody. And then something else is equal to something else. Doesn't really matter here. And so this is just a standard JavaScript object. We learned about these in JavaScript 101. Now, let's say I wanted to get the name and Instagram. Well, I could do const name is equal to person 3 name. And I could do the same thing here, Instagram. And basically I've just written 2 lines of code that do the exact same thing. With modern JavaScript, we can destructure this and we can make this faster. So instead of writing these 2 lines, what we can write is a destructure. So we could say const, and because it's an object, we're going to use curly braces. Just like in the array here, we used curly braces when we destructured our array. In an object, we're going to destructure using an object. And that's just how JavaScript knows that it's going to be destructuring an object. And now we want this to be name. And this matches the key up here. And Instagram is equal to person 3. And if I get rid of those other ones in here, name is now going to be Caleb and Instagram is now going to be person 3. And so I can save that, go back to my page, refresh, and I didn't console log, but I can now type name, get Caleb, and I can type Instagram. I can also type person 3, which is the entire object, and you'll see that Instagram, name, and something else, it's just in alphabetical order now, it's all in there. So nothing was actually pulled out of it permanently. All we did was say name is equal to this name here, or this name is equal to this name, or Instagram is equal to Instagram. Or if we didn't want to do it in order, we could do something else is equal to something else as long as it matches. Let's go ahead and refresh our page and let's type something else. We'll see that it says the value. And so these values here, these new variable names, just match the object property name. So something else or Instagram or name. And so in this case, we didn't pull out Instagram, we just pulled out name and something else. I'll undo that as a better example here. There we go. And that's how we pull out just 1 or 2 things and assign them to their own variables. Now, what's nice about that is you don't have to access things like person 3 name. You don't have to write this over and over and over again. You can just shortcut that to name. And because if you're using a const, you can scope that to like an if statement. So let's say you have some sort of if statement in here. If a thing is true, move that in there. And now name and Instagram are going to be scoped to this set of curly braces. And you don't have to worry about like reassigning name down the road or what person something else is doing. You can simply work with name and Instagram within these curly braces. that's destructuring. What I would like to give you as homework is I want you to destructure an array. Don't forget, an array has these hard brackets. So when you destructure, you use hard brackets. Then I want you to destructure an object, and an object has the curly braces. So when you destructure, you use curly braces. Go ahead, give that a shot. Make sure that you are actually pulling it out correctly. You can type name into your console and you can see your name. Again, this is modern JavaScript and you're going to see this everywhere. This is very, very popular these days. So it's good that you know this.